What's up, Scorum? So today I want to talk about something that I think is pretty cool. I like to consider about things that would bring value to the Scorum sports media blockchain. And one thing, so I know that this fantasy league thing is going to be on Scorum. I think they already have tested it in the World Cup. Now, I don't know exactly how that works, but I want to talk about a very cool thing if it would happen with Scorum. Something that I would think would increase massively the value of this whole place. So I remember in 2007, I started to play a sports game on the internet that was called hattrick.org. So you basically have this team that you build up, and then you play matches against others, and it's a full-on text game. But it's been on the internet since 1997. They're still up and running. So this is basically the service, hattrick.org. And you can see the insane amount of stats. First of all, almost 12,000 people online right now. All-time statistics, 20 years, 55 languages, 128 countries, total users 30 million, over 343 million forum posts, and almost 1 billion games being played. So this is a game that is insanely cool. So I think I consider like how epic it would be if you would implement a game like this into Scorum, because I think that, I mean, clearly people like they want to play something. And having this sports game on Scorum would be so amazing, because I know how cool it is to build up your own team and every player. So you have this transfer section on hattrick.org where you buy players and you sell players, and they all have a cost, right? So they have this internal currency, I think, but obviously it's not tokens. It's just more of a fantasy currency, I think. And I think how epic it would be if you would be able to do this same game, but with tokens. People would, I think that may even be popular than a betting service, that people would love to build up their players in a game like this and sell and buy and sell, right? So I have seen on Steam Monsters, that game, they pulled in $200,000 in 2 months with just a game where you trade cards. So you see the massive potential, the amount of value that can flow into Scorum if you implement a sports game like hattrick.org. It's so insane. I mean, I think that can even become bigger than even betting on real games, real games in the real world, because people love this. People love this because the cool thing with this is you will have so many matches that you play, and they will go on all the time, even can be played during nighttime or whatever. So you would always have tokens, people transferring tokens around, and people can show their team they're building up, and it's so much engagement. This would also produce a flow of people coming in that would also read all the posts on Scorum about real games too. So if you could combine these two systems, I think that would be so epic. I mean, as I said, I've seen it on Steam Monsters, on Steemit. $200,000 that people have bought these cards 2 months. That's $100,000 each month. So people want to have fun. A game like this, if people would have so much fun, because I remember that each player, they had around 30 different rankings they could have, depending on how good they are at. You can train up the players, and you can even see when the games are being played, what is happening, and it's so cool. It's so cool. I think this could be really epic if you implement a game like hattrick.org, and I suggest check it out. Just get an account there and see how it's built up. So yeah, just some quick thoughts here about the amount of value this would be able to bring in. Yeah, have an awesome day, Scorum. Have an awesome day, the blockchain network. Yeah, bye-bye.